Republicans are trying to take Trump's fake voter narrative and pin it on Democrats, show title hide. Title prosecutors in Trump's case of overturning Georgia election estimate trial will last 4 months. Prosecutors in case of overturning Georgia election involving former President Donald Trump say trial will likely last 4 months. The judge also ruled that the defendants Kenneth, Cheseboro and Sindey Powell should not be tried alone. Washington. At the center of Donald Trump's 2 election interference indictments in 2020 was his alleged strategy to replace legitimate voters in 7 key battleground states with fake voters who gathered on a specific date to cast ulent votes for the former president. However, some conservatives argue that Democrats employed a similar tactic between Vice President Richard Nixon and Democratic challenger John F. Kennedy during the 1960 election in Hawaii. This is a comparison that has no validity. Although Kennedy defeated Nixon in 1960 election, Hawaii's results remained largely unclear as the initial count revealed that Nixon defeated Kennedy in state by fewer than 150 votes. It was a narrow margin that was initially confirmed by Hawaii's Republican lieutenant governor. A lawsuit was soon filed, and court ordered a recount of votes in the state, which was still ongoing on December 19, 1960. Date set for electors to meet and vote. That day, Republican voters sent a certificate to Congress with their 3 votes for Nixon. But at the same time, Democratic voters gave Kennedy 3 votes and sent their own papers to Congress. The recount found that Kennedy won Hawaii by 115 votes, and a court ruled to certify his win. According to Joan Meyer, a partner at the law firm Thompson Hine, however, the 1960 incident and what happened after 2020 are noticeably different. In Trump case, there was no real reason for uncertainty about outcome of election. There was no recount in progress. Trump's fake voter rolls were put together for purpose of confusing Congress and Vice President, preventing them from certifying election. Real election results, said Stanford University law professor David Alan Sklansky. What do legal experts say about the 2 cases? The differences in both cases can be seen in several ways, including timing recount, nature of electors' meetings, and approval vice presidents. Unlike contested states 2020, the 1960 result in Hawaii was actually doubt because margin of victory was between 100 and 200 votes. According to George Mason University law professor Ilya Somin, he said it's reasonable for both parties to prepare voters because it's unclear who the real voters are. The 1960 Hawaii dispute had no chance of overturning the general election results and was not part of an overall plan to rig or steal the election, Somin said. By contrast, the margin in all contested states in 2020 was much larger and there was no real chance of reversing those results. Somin said, Trump is allegedly continuing his fake